Welcome back for another episode of How Does This Rally? We are here today to find out if this car is the best rally car. So today we are with a 2019 McLaren 600 LT Club Sport. Whole lot of words, super cool car, track focused. So will it be uncomfortable? Probably. Will it be quick? Also probably. So we're going to see how much space it has, how it handles on a rally, rated on a system of 1 to 10 stars, and take it from there. So take a look. All right, so this 2019 McLaren 600 LT Club Sport has actually a pretty solid trunk size. So on a rally, you want to be able to fit a helmet, some bags, whatever you can. So this one actually has 5.7 cubic feet of storage space. Not terrible. I would actually probably rate this a little higher than the R8. Let's give this a 5.5, maybe a 6. 5.5 or 6 stars out of 10. All right, so on this 2019 McLaren 600 LT Club Sport, so one of the special things about a Club Sport, McLarens come with, I think it's optional to have carbon buckets or other kind of maybe more comfortable seats, but the Club Sport especially has extra special, extra carbon seats, which look very uncomfortable. So we're gonna see how this works. Oh. All right, so this 600 LT McLaren, it's definitely less comfortable than the R8. Again, for reference, I'm 6'4" when I stand up straight. My head almost hits the roof. My knees hit the wheel. I am as far back as this thing goes. As you can see, my knees are kind of touching the wheel. It's comfortable. I mean, it's a nice interior. Super cool carbon paddles, speakers in the doors. I would say, honestly, on a comfort scale, it's probably closer to about a 5. Like it's not the most uncomfortable car I've been in, but I don't know how it would do over a long drive. Like if we're rallying all the way down to Miami or Tail the Dragon or something like that, I think it would probably be about a 5. Like you'd probably have to get out of every, few minutes to go for a gas stop and stretch or anything like that. But overall, it's pretty nice. So the performance on this thing's actually pretty high. It's pretty great. So it's 592 horsepower, 497 pound-feet of torque, coming from a twin-turbo 3.8 liter V8. It's got a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission as well, and this thing's actually super cool. It weighs under 3,000 pounds, so tons of carbon fiber. Power to weight is really good. So we're going to rate it an 8.5 out of 10 on our performance scale. Now that we've done a full walkthrough, we saw how comfortable it isn't, we saw the storage space that's okay, and how performance is pretty high on this thing. Let's get in and take it for a spin. So far, this thing feels really nice to drive. It is a 7-speed dual clutch. It's definitely, the shifting is super crisp. It's got these giant carbon paddles, so it feels really good. You can hear the turbos right behind you as well, and then kind of a interesting sound of a 3.8 liter V8. So we're taking it over to a woodsy area to test out the handling and performance once we get back to the highway as well. So stay tuned for that. Sounds so good. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but it sounds super good. And the brakes feel good as well. So these come standard with carbon ceramics. It shifts super fast. Downshifts sound nice too. My dude Farley at Eurotech Motorsports is going to get me actually into McLarens, and I'm not looking forward to that. Although apparently he swears they're reliable if you treat them right. Yeah, this feels nice. The handling's super tight. So again, a 3.8 liter V8 I feel like is kind of a smaller V8, but with the twin turbos, kind of compensates for that and helps it put down the power real quick. Like we said earlier, this thing is just shy of 600 horsepower and just shy of 500 torque, and it weighs less than 3,000 pounds. So kind of a crazy combination. I'd be curious to see what this looks like on the track. I know Farley takes us to Thompson and Lime Rock, I believe, but you know, would love to see how this thing handles on the track. Because on these back roads, it handles really, really well. Accelerates quick, stops quick, no body roll at all. I would honestly rate this super highly. You know, overall, even with the relatively uncomfortable seats and the all-right storage space, I think I'd give it an 8, 8.5 overall. Not bad. All right, so here's the fun part. We are testing the performance and acceleration. So once we get onto the highway, we're gonna merge, and you know, on a rally, it's super important to make sure you get it to speed quickly. So we're gonna see how that goes. Feels nice. Very nice. The sounds this thing makes are just incredible. Like, you feel the pops and the downshifts in your body, like bass at a rock concert or whatever. Like, it just hits you right in the chest. And now I want a McLaren. Thank you, Farley, for ruining my life and making it great at the same time. And that wraps up this episode with our 2019 600 LT McLaren. So the storage space is better than the R8, the comfortability is worse than the R8, and the performance on paper is better than the R8, and it definitely performs as well. So we're gonna give it overall about an 8 out of 10. Stay tuned for our next episode and the next cool car on How Does This Rally. Check us out, squad-driven.com.